You've won like 1 million national championships at South Dakota State. Roman won it last year. You guys were in that game too. Do you feel like it was a concerted effort by the Steelers to get a bunch of guys with a lot of college experience, a lot of winning on their resumes in this rookie?
Yeah, I mean, nothing beats experience. You know what I mean? Experience in those big games, and that's the goal here is to bring another one here. So that's where our energy is put. You know, every day we walk upstairs to the O-line room, we see those 6 trophies, and you know, growing up, especially watching some of those, and you know, you want to go back again. So.
Any of the veterans on the O-line reach out to you yet?
Yeah, I actually talked to him a lot yesterday when I came in for the first time, and I'm right next to Isaac. I apologize to him because I'm going to be bothering him a whole bunch. So, yeah, I mean, when you got a guy like that, 9-year vet, that's been around the league for so long, you want to pick his brain. So he's got a lot coming. He's going to be, you know, I'm going to be bothering him a whole bunch. So.
What did he tell you? What was his response for that?
To be honest, you know, he's a man of few words.
Yes, he is.
So I learned that very quickly, so I didn't want to bother him too much. You know, on my first day, I don't want to have a bad first impression. So
the Pauly connection, though, I mean, that's there with him, right?
For sure. I mean, maybe that's why they put me next to him in the locker room. But man, just knowing that he was brought up on kind of the same morals and values that I was makes it a little bit easier to kind of talk to him. But you know, especially meeting all the guys. You know what I mean? I know they're willing to help. So especially the guys that are out here today, you know, just picking their brains as well, just because they've been around.
What's the benefit of coming in with a bunch of young offensive linemen and just learning and growing up together?
Yeah, I mean, we're all trying to learn the system. We've never been in the NFL. We don't know what it's like, but you know, being able to navigate that together is something that I wouldn't trade for the world, man. Having Zach and Mason out here with me, and me being alongside them is something that, you know, not a lot of guys get. So.
What was today like for you? Just day one today, but did you allow yourself the chance to realize, like, this could be the future of the Steelers line right here, with 3 of these guys lined up right next to each other on the right side?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. You know, we don't look too far ahead because you know there's some vets around that have been a really long time, and I'm just ready to learn from those guys. And whatever role is given to me, I'm willing to take head on. So.
What was this day like for you? Kind of like a first day of school type of thing?
Oh, yeah, I was so nervous this morning. Oh, my gosh. I was like, I'm very antsy. I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but the first play out here, I jumped off sides because I'm so ready to go. But, man, it's good to finally play football again. You know, after going through the 4 months of the pre-draft process and all the theatrics about it, you know, showing up looking pretty in front of the cameras and stuff, it's not me. It's not me. I'm ready to play ball. So.
Going back to some questions about right versus left side, you know, the right tackle often is considered that dominant run blocker. You know, how do you feel like your skill set fits into some of what they might ask for if they ultimately put you at that position?
I mean, for me, it's like I said before, whatever play called, you know, I'm going to try and do it to the best of my ability. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, for me, it's just O-line's O-line. You know what I mean? Whether they run to the right, run to the left, I'm trying to dominate the guy across from me. So.
They've got a returning starter at left tackle, and last year's first-round pick, Frazier, played a lot of left tackle. Did you kind of know, once you processed being drafted by them, did you kind of know, like, all right, right tackle might be where they're going to have me at?
For me, it was whatever position it was, man. And I don't want to beat a dead horse, but whatever positions, you know, the coaches want me to play, I'm going to play. And whether that's whatever my role is come season time, or for me, I'm just trying to focus on what we have today, and that's just coming out here and trying to gel with my teammates and make sure that I earn their trust.
I know it was a dream for you to even come on a pre-draft visit here. We asked you a ton of questions about growing up rooting for the Steelers, and how surreal is it just to have that on your chest today?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean,
only a practice jersey.
Yeah, but looking down and seeing different colors is for sure something new. But I wouldn't want to wear any other colors but these. So.
I'm sure you haven't had a ton of time to get to know these guys, but what have you learned so far about, you know, Mason and about Zach Frazier? And some of those
that
guys
they're hard workers, man. And, so we were given, you know, some plays to learn, and we all came in already kind of knowing them. So we were kind of able to ask each other questions. And I know those guys are very hard workers. And yeah, it was funny because we all came in together in Zach's truck, and I think it was Coach Smith, Arthur Smith. He said, "Damn, you guys are already sticking together." I'm like, I mean, there's no other way to do it. O-lines always stick with O-line. So.
Good. How does this feel? Is this almost surreal in a way?
Oh, it is surreal. It's an unbelievable feeling. Yeah, it doesn't feel real almost. Yeah.
Did you have nerves today? I mean, how did you feel when you took the field and you joined your teammates?
Just excitement. Yeah, I'm just so excited to finally be out here. I was tired of waiting that week or whatever it was to get up here. I'm just ready to get to work.
Has the team talked about your role at all? Where they see you, where you can make an impact?
No, not really. Yeah, I'll let the coaches decide that.
Zach, when you look at this offensive line to make up the room that you're going to be in, no matter how you line up, it's going to be really young.
Yeah.
You've had a chance to get to know, obviously, a couple of these guys already here. Do you feel like there's going to be the maturity there, the level of respect for the veterans and everything?
I'm just going to control what I can control, and I think they're going to control what they can control. I think the rookies that we have, we all have good heads on our shoulders, and we're all going to work as hard as we can. And it's our goal to earn their respect.
You hear so much about cohesion on an offensive line. How do you go about building that in your experience?
I think it's just developing relationships, on and off the field. The closer you are as a unit, the better you play together. And then obviously the more reps you get together on the field, that's how you get better on the field as well.
Your mindset going into day one practice like this, were you excited for it? Or?
Yeah, I was excited. Just trying to, study the playbook, get all the plays down, get all the calls down, just really trying to absorb as much information as I can and learn as quickly as I can.
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah,
Thank you.
There's a lot of talk about you not having an ACL. Could you just explain that to us, what that means?
Yeah, I don't have a clue. So when I went to the combine, that was the first time I heard of it. I haven't had problems with my knee since 2018. I've been blowing and going for a long time now with what they call a bum knee, but in my head it's just, I've been playing like this for so long, like it doesn't bother me, my knees don't bother me, and I'm not going to have problems with them.
You don't reach out and say, hey, to your doctor and say, what are they talking about?
Yeah, I've talked to them here, and they say, because I've had a revision on my ACL, that the graft is just, it looks a little different, but I definitely have something in there. I wouldn't be able to run around and cut the way that I do or move the way that I do, so I think a lot of it's kind of just hearsay, but at the end of the day, I've been playing for 5 or 6 years just perfectly fine. So.
Is maintenance anything that goes into it?
Yeah, I do maintenance religiously, shoulders and knees, just, my injury history, just, trying to stay healthy and trying to have
But not injury-specific maintenance?
No, just
strengthening the
just
supporting
continuing
cast.
to work on my body and trying to be the best pro that I could possibly be.
You're going to really love the game to go through as many surgeries as you, I think I saw somewhere 8?
Yes, I don't know the exact number, but I've definitely had some injuries, but just come back stronger and better and faster every single time. The love for my game has grown so much because it's been taken away from me, and I literally do anything in the world to be on that field, and that's whether that's maintenance, whether that's fight through stuff, or just, I love this game so much, and, I want to honor Jesus Christ by being the best person that I could possibly be and take these talents as far as I can.
Hey, what do you see as being your ceiling in this league, in this game?
I'm not going to throw anything out there. I think for me, it's just, being the best version of myself. At the end of the day, I'm a super confident person, and I believe in my talents. So just, continuing to work and get better and, help this team win a Super Bowl. At the end of the day, every team's goal is to win a Super Bowl, and I want to contribute to that any way possible.
Building off of that, so if you don't want to put a ceiling on it, where do you think it starts for you? They got a big-time signing in Queen at the position. They got a guy coming back in Roberts who did some good things last year. Where do you think it starts for you?
Just getting in the room and learning from those guys, right? Just, continuing to compete. When I get in that room, I'm going to compete as much as I can. Obviously I want to play and I want to be on that field. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to compete and I'm going to learn from those guys. I'm just going to continue to be the best me and continue to get 1% better every day.
Payton, what's it been like?
That might look with you and Queen out there at the same time?
It'd definitely be awesome, I think, too. He's obviously an amazing linebacker who's very proven, and I still have a lot of work to do to prove myself. So that's kind of where I am mentally. I take it one day at a time. That's just who I am. And, every day I come out here, I want to get better. I want to learn the defense, and I want to be the best linebacker.
Talking about learning the defense, you got calling plays. What's it been like kind of getting your head into the playbook there and getting ready for that?
Yeah, it's been super cool. It's a lot different than what we did in college. So it's just, it's kind of awesome to have been learning on the fly. It's Coach Curry, like I said, he's one of the best coaches I've ever been around, and the way that he simplifies a game and he explains it, having played it before, it's just, it's special, and he really simplifies it for me just to be able to go out there and play fast like I do.
How or maybe what is different about what they're going to be asking you to do compared to what you did at NC State?
Yeah, I'm a truly off-ball linebacker here, I'm going to be playing either the buck or the mac or the Mike or the dime, and, in college I literally played everywhere, just, being at NC State and having to do a lot of different things. So I'm just excited to be off-ball linebacker and just continue to be the best me.
Were you faster before the knee injuries or after the knee injuries somehow? We saw, everybody sees your tape, how quick you are. Yeah. Were you faster before that, or is that?
No, I think that's something I got to credit Justin Smith back at NC State. just rehabbing the crap out of myself and getting my legs so much stronger, and I think that's where the speed comes from. I mean, I definitely wasn't running a 4.43 in ninth grade or anything like that, so I mean, you know, just credit Jesus Christ and everyone that's been here through this process just to help get me back. And, you know, I pride myself in being one of the most athletic linebackers, you know, in the world, honestly. And just, you know, the way that I can move, that's what I pride myself on, and I think it's going to take me a long way.
You're joining a really veteran-led group, and what's kind of advice you've gotten from them so far?
Yeah, I mean, so they all reached out, which was super cool for me. As soon as I got drafted, they all reached out to me, and then, you know, just – I mean, learning from these guys is going to be amazing. Patrick Queen, Elandon Roberts, Cole Holcomb, I mean, guys that have really proven themselves in the NFL. And, I mean, what better situation can I ask for to come in and compete with some of the best in the game as well as learn from them?
So when he was talking about you with post-draft, Pat Meyer said you really wanted to be a Steeler. Was there a reason for that?
Just the culture that I've seen forever. This team has been somebody who embodies a super hard work ethic, and I've met a lot of good people, and from everything I've heard, this place is amazing and the people are awesome, and it's definitely something that I want to be a part of.
You were part of, played a lot of games in college, let's put it that way. With the NIL stuff and all that stuff, did you get any temptation to go anywhere else? I mean,
Yes, I had offers. The temptation was not there. South Dakota State gave so much to me and developed me into who I am now. Who am I to leave South Dakota State? You know, they poured so much into me. I feel like they should be able to reap the benefits of what they helped create. And, you know, sure, some money would be cool or whatever, but it's just ultimately my loyalties lie with the people that are good to me.
So the loyalty is a big factor for you?
Yes, sir.
Where's that come from?
I think that's just the way I was raised. People who are good to you, you should be great to them and give back to them. That's just the way it's always been for me.
You mentioned the history and tradition of the Steelers. You know what the history of 66 is?
I have heard a little bit about it. I heard I got some big shoes to fill, and that's super exciting.
There was some talk about maybe you playing some center as well. Were you the backup center at South Dakota?
I was the backup center at South Dakota State. Yeah, if anything were to happen to our center, I would have moved over.
So you think you'll have me do some of that here as well?
I'm ready to do whatever it takes to get on the field. I'll play either guard spot, center, whatever it takes. I'm just want to help this organization in any way I can.
More fun, run blocking or pass blocking?
Run blocking. I'm an O-line.
You guys all say that?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What do you like about that?
I like being able to finish and run through blocks. I think it's fun clicking something off for a running back.